Spider, what's the count?
I don't even think we're gonna sell out today, man.
Yo, Bodie. Yo, Bodie. Yo, Bodie, you better run, yo. Yo, this is my corner. I ain't running nowhere. Oh, Bodie, is you crazy? Should've gone. Come on with it, motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck. Right here. And you ain't putting me up in one of them empty-ass houses, neither. Bodie. Come on, man.
Yo, welcome back to another video. I appreciate you stopping in on my Civil War Volume 1 outro. My outro to Volume 1, The Shooter. Let me ask you, do you believe every battle is won before it is fought? I believe this is a true statement, a true quote. This is true because I believe, my opinion is, the Civil War, like I said in my other videos, has been started. It's been initiated by one side. It's a cold Civil War, and we're not up to speed on it at all. Want to, get into this topic again about, are these people lone wolves? Is there a connection? I just want to, give you my opinion and my take on the matter. You have people, individuals that are connected of being terrorists. You got people that put up a lot of money for their party. You got people that buy judges, put money up for senators, put money up for attorneys. You got people that put money up for protests, Antifa, Black Lives Matter. Wouldn't you say to yourself, if somebody could buy all that, couldn't he buy a shooter? Would you agree with me or would you disagree with me? Or put money up to know you found somebody weak, and the manipulating somebody, the mind games on the values of your party? Wouldn't you say that? Because this guy right here, if it's a war being fought right now, this guy's already making moves. We're behind. He's been making moves. He won't stop making moves. He's like gonna live forever. That's what it seems like. He hasn't gone, like Obama, this guy hasn't gone away either. Some people just don't go away. And then what the scary thing is, whoever's running it, that when he says I need this and that, whoever that guy is, which I learned the other day what his name was, but I didn't write it down. That's the guy you need to watch out for. That brings me to James Hodgkins, the man that drove to Alexandria, Virginia, to a baseball field where he opened fire on Republicans practicing for a baseball game against the Democrats, where he shot Steve Scalise, Republican, wounded others, and was shot by Capitol Police. And if the police weren't there, it would have been a slaughter. It would have been a bloodbath. Luckily they were there because they were, doing security for some Republicans that needed it. But this guy, where did he come from? 66-year-old, left wing, basically radical. You got somebody that basically, in my eyes, doesn't enjoy life at all and loves to blame his life on others. There's tweets that he thrown out there where, he didn't approve of Donald Trump at all. A lot of people came out the woodwork that don't like Trump. They want you to believe that he's Hitler. So one of the players at Wednesday practice, Jeff Duncan of South Carolina, told police he believed he encountered Hodgkins in the parking lot. Hodgkins asked him if players on the field were Democrat or Republicans. We definitely know with the shooting, we definitely know they were Republicans. We definitely know that. And with this story, the press didn't push it. Only for one day. One day from what I've seen. But Hodgkins was a supporter of presidential contender Bernie Sanders. His brother told news outlets he was disturbed over President Donald Trump's election, and his social media posts reflected that. Yeah, if you go look at that man, he was mad. He didn't like Donald Trump at all. He don't like Republicans. He shot Republicans. Lone wolf, or he had the job and he did it. Because if those Capitol Police weren't there, because Democrats, either way, they got a game plan, but I believe they're sloppy. They didn't know those Capitol Police were there. So it would have been worse than what we think. It would have been a bloodbath. Been more than one person. He didn't kill anybody. Suicide bomber. They got him. And moving right along to Micaiah Johnson, the Army Reserve that got kicked out. And I'm just going to throw some angles at you. He got kicked out of the Army Reserve for stealing an Asian woman's panties, stealing her clothes and shit. And then I'm just putting these two together. I was trying to him and Stephen Paddock, since they lived in the same, I'm trying to maybe say that they knew each other. But the one thing they both had in common was Asian women. And then these guys don't like Trump neither. And another funny thing about this guy too that I read about, that his mom was white, his stepmom. See, stepmom who is white, that likes the typical black man that has the black man that hates the white man, but he has a white parent, and he likes Filipino women, or white women, whatever he had maybe, but this talks about how he was into all these black groups, militant black groups. And, so it's easy to manipulate somebody like this. I also, in here, Micaiah Johnson asked Peter Johnson, no relation, the organizer's meeting before the Trump rally, if he could bring his guns to the Trump protest. Peter said, nah, cuz, what's wrong with you? You can't bring no guns. Dude was so badass, though. Badass. For the Democrats, that they had to take his ass out through a bomb. He was screaming, I want to kill white people. When the cops was talking to him, I want to kill white cops. They just sent the damn bomb in. But I read somewhere that he was on meth. I'm not finding this no more. I think when they raided his house, they found meth. I can't find it no more. Like I said, the manipulation, the games that they play with these people. And then you go, you don't know who's in charge. He didn't do this by himself. He was talking to somebody. And then I tried to connect these two. I tried to do my research on this guy. And all I can think of is how he was getting his money wasn't by all these houses. I think he was selling guns. Because what we do know is he was buying guns a lot. He was buying guns a lot. And then all his guns that he had in his hotel room, that was a war. He was starting a war. Ask yourself this one. Who has all them guns and ends up, I'm ready for war. Like, if you want to come get me and I got all my ammo, all my stuff in my house, I'm going out. You're going to have to take me out. I'm not going to shoot myself. But it looked like there's other people there. To me, other people were there. He was just, they set him up. You know, I forgot what they call it when, you know, he was the fall guy. This guy was the fall guy. This guy was, you know, we don't know nothing about this guy. The FBI closed the case. James Comey's ahead of that. I mean, like, talk about conspiracies that they don't bring up. And he was shooting down at country people, country concert. Probably Trump supporters. And here, this is where the witness in the beginning of the concert, she said, y'all gonna pay for what you know, y'all gonna die. But when I first heard it the first time, they said you white people are gonna pay for what you did. This is what I heard. It's hard to find all these things because media runs the show. Just like I can't find that they found meth in Mekhi Johnson's room when they raided his house. Even more baffling, Mr. McKay tried to strike up a conversation with Mr. Paddock about Donald Trump during the election campaign, and he got no response. See what I'm saying? Like, how did I even find that? I found this. You know? They got the shooters. The Democrats definitely got these shooters on standby. And I believe that they make their moves, and then we just sit here and wait, because that's all we can do. You know, I've seen from my own eyes that in D.C., where most of these people work, the federal government workers, got more security, buku security getting their buildings. But you want to fight me about putting a couple cops, you know, put some ex-Marines, ex-military in a school? Oh, you can't bring guns. But you got a building with so many people that can't fight one gunman, but you expect the kids to do that? Because this is the times we're living in. But you want to blame the gun? You want to blame the gun. So this is I'll just try to, you know, a couple situations on stuff that, you know, wasn't heavily talked about by the press. You know, things that, you know, these two guys lived in the same area at the same time. You know, very suspicious that wasn't even brought up, you know. Like I said in my other video, we knew Batman, in Gotham, that Joker and the Riddler and the Penguin, all these people, all these bad guys live in one area. These guys happen to live in the same area at one time and nobody said anything about that. I found it. I looked it up. I seen it. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy, but I appreciate y'all coming in. I try to make this video a little bit better than the last. I'm getting better, I believe, but I'm just going to keep bringing them out anyway. Like, subscribe, give me thumbs up. Join this channel, this free party. You know, I'm good. My point in my videos is to destroy. I'm gonna talk trash about the Democrats as much as I can. The Republicans don't want to be on our side. I'm gonna go at them too. My party's the free party. Somebody asked me, "Are you Democrat, Republican?" Now I'm free. I'm free, cuz I'm free, bro. That's it. You know, I'm not aligned. I can't align with the fakeness. I can't. And what's going on with our country. But I appreciate you. I'm gonna drop like 2 or 3 today.